Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about love and hip hop Atlanta. Now, listen, I'm not 100%. Um, I think that um, one of my nieces got the cooties from one of those dirty kids at the schoolhouse. And I think I got the cooties now. So I don't feel, like myself. But we're gonna get through this video. Yeah, I'm so tired. I took some Benadryl last night and I took the extra strength. And when I tell you that Benadryl will have you out for 7 days and 7 nights, do you hear me? Golly, if you hear me. Baby, when I say I feel so like sluggish and Benadryl, the regular Benadryl, I'm okay with, but I have that extra strength, baby. That when I tell you, you got to be, baby, you got to be a G, girl, girl, you got to be a G for that extra strength Benadryl, because that's a whole nother ball game, baby. Girl, if you take that Benadryl, just know when it's time to try to move around the next day, it's not gonna work. Yeah. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta review. Girl, we just gonna talk, okay? It'll all make sense, but we just gonna talk. So let's start out with Jessica White and Shekinah Joe. Jessica White, I'm starting to realize it's kind of funny. She's kind of funny. I could see her and Shekinah being like the Paris and Nicole, the Shekinah and Tiny. I feel like Shekinah Joe and Jessica really they could probably give us a good they could make a good duo. They could make a good duo. So they go to a forum and it's just her and Shekinah Joe. Girl, can I say something? Oh, girl, I don't want to be messy. I don't want to be messy. And I'm not body shaming anyone. Because Shekinah Joe got so much tail. Girl, I am all down for plastic surgery. I think that you should do what you want to do if it's gonna make you happy. If it makes you happy, and when it's so sad, if it makes you happy, girl, do it. Shekinah got too much tail. Shekinah has too much tail. And the thing is, Shekinah has lost some weight. Shekinah looks good, but it's like when you see all that dragging, I mean that wagon that she's dragging, it's like, girl, I know it take you a long time to wipe. I know it take you. Girl, I know it take you about 3.5 days to make sure you clean. That's just too much tail. Anyways, girl, when they were asking the farmer how long does it take to become like a professional farmer, an expert in farming, I guess. And he said, like he said something about it could take up to like 7 years to really, basically to become a professional. And Jessica said, well, I'm a pretty fast learner. I learned, girl, when she said she learned how to suck DICK in 2 hours. Girl, Miss Thing said, "Well, I'm a fast learner. I learned how to suck in about 2 hours." I said, "What did she just say?" Yeah. Oh God. And then he hurried up and got up and left, and she was like, "Oh, baby, I didn't mean to offend you and your wife. God bless you." Yeah, Jessica actually is low key kind of funny. Um, and then she said that even if the apocalypse does happen, that'll mean you're supposed to stop sucking dick. I said, girl, when? Girl, I think she said some of the craziest stuff this episode. Anyways, Jessica also let Cardi, not Cardi. Um, I don't know why I'm thinking about Cardi B. Um, I was thinking about Carly, and I said Cardi. Anyways, she moved out of Carly Red's home. She pretty much, in a nutshell, said that Carly is kind of self-absorbed, and I can see it. Carly does give me that when she's going through something, that it's only about what she's like. I can see Carly, even based off of that that one conversation they had, her and Jessica at the beginning of the season, and she was letting Carly know um, how she felt about their friendship, and Carly just kind of was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then she kind of went back to her problem. Like Carly gives me, if I'm going through something and you're going through something, even if you tell me what you're going through, I will acknowledge it. Like, oh, I'm sorry you're going through that. Or, oh, we'll try to do better. But girl, guess what? He also did too. She'll drive it right back to her. So anyway, she says that she's pretty much she hasn't really been in contact with Carly Red. Um, she just basically needs some distance. Jock is having a Father's Day event to celebrate the fathers. I said, you got Kirk who had a baby while he was married. You got Scrappy who had his ex-wife and kids packing up boxes because they were almost homeless. I'm not saying every man in the building doesn't deserve to be celebrated, but the ones I saw in that circle, half of y'all shouldn't even be standing right on. Shouldn't even be here, girl. But I'm gonna let it go though. He basically Kirk starts to tell the group about the issues that he's having with Jasmine. Kirk really, it's really mind-boggling to me that some of these people, men and women, um, gay girl, can get on TV and say some of the craziest things. Like Kirk is really trying to convince people that he deleted the text message thread that involved, the conversations he was having with Jasmine because he didn't want to have any type of negativity in his phone. And he's repeated that at this point a few times. And I'm just I'm just I'm just so like, wow, you really say this stuff and you really expect the viewers to believe it because you're saying it. You deleted the entire text message, the thread from your phone because I don't want to see no negativity in my phone. Then I don't have to see it. Girl, what? So Mendeezes is trying to explain to Kirk, well, you know how it can look when you delete the entire thread. He doesn't care. But again, this is the same man who sat right in front of his wife and tried to convince her that what she had just saw in Jasmine's cell phone was not a conversation that he had with Jasmine. So at this point, I think he thinks that we're Rashida. I think that they know that Kirk is lying, even though, and what's so crazy? If you even look at Scrappy's facial expressions while Kirk was talking, he was looking like he even asked Kirk, "Well, are you trying to sleep with Jasmine?" Because the thing is, they know, we know, they know how each other, they know how they move. The only thing that's going to happen, the thing that's going to happen is even though they know how each other moves, when it comes to holding them accountable, they won't hold each other accountable. So even though they probably know that Kirk is cheating on Rashida again, or he's trying to sleep with Jasmine, that's where they'll leave it at. Past that, it's man, we ain't getting into we ain't gonna get into that. I got some for Scrappy in a little bit. Anyways, he then lets Mendeezes know that Jasmine said that she saw him at her bar. Now, when they say her bar, I'm assuming a bar that she works at. I don't know. It could be a bar that she owns, but I feel like she's probably like a bottle girl. You know what I'm saying? A waitress, a bartender. He said that he went there one time, and when he found out that that was Kirk's baby mama, he said he never went back. You never went back because at that point you couldn't do what you wanted to do at that bar. You didn't just not go back because oh that's Kirk's baby mama. You went back because that's Kirk's baby mama. And girl, if you did some dirt, she would know. Okay. Um, we'll talk about Saucy Santana at the end because girl, I don't. Girl, I feel like girl, I was in here boohoo crying. Girl, we'll talk about it now. Well, I hope I don't start crying. I'm gonna try my hardest not to. Um, I absolutely love Saucy. I want to give a shout out to the producers of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I feel like this show is really produced well. Even when you look at the mess that's happening with Jock and Rashida and Kendra and all that stuff, right? It's not it's not an every episode thing where the viewers just get worn out with talking about the same thing. If you notice, it's like they'll talk about Rashida and Kirk for probably 1 or 2 episodes, and then we'll talk about the next person for 1 or 2 episodes, and then we'll talk about the next person. Then they may go back to Rashida. And so, like, I like how they're doing it. It's not just we're gonna talk about Rashida and Kirk for 15 episodes in a row. We're gonna talk about Young Jock and Kendra 15 episodes in a row. We're gonna talk about Lil Zane and his wife 15 episodes in a row. They're like breaking it up, so it does give us a chance to stop talking about or stop talking about Rashida and Kirk and go on to the next person. But then when it's time to go back to Rashida and Kirk, they'll go back to Rashida and Kirk. I think whoever produced this show, the producers, I think they are doing an amazing job. I think that Saucy Santana has one of the best storylines. I really, really do. I love the fact that Saucy Santana is using his time on this show to shed light on issues within the LGBTQ community. So he had a performance in Baltimore at Pride. Him and his mother went to a safe haven in Maryland, Baltimore. Um, they went to a safe haven where there are people there who have been, kicked out of their homes, homeless. Um, life was lifing, and some of the stories they told, it was just sad to me because I saw Marlon Wayans talking about Elon Musk, and I didn't watch the whole clip. I just saw parts of what he was saying. I mean, I saw the headline, and he was basically, Marlon Wayans has a trans son, I believe. I think he has a trans son, and the I he was and Elon Musk has a trans son or trans daughter, and Elon Musk, he doesn't have a relationship with his child. And Marlon was basically, I guess, saying that that's your child, and it just I don't know why it's like I set myself up when I do stuff like this. I went to the comment section, and I just like my feelings genuinely get hurt when I see people in the comment section. Oh, girl, my feelings are really hurt when I see people in the comment section saying that Elon Musk is not wrong for not wanting to have a relationship with his child, who wants a trans child, who wants a gay child. Girl, no, who would want you as a motherfucking mother? Who will want you as a father? And when you think about these LGBTQ folk who are kicked out of their homes for something that they don't have any control over, you have people out there who will really kick their gay daughters, gay sons, trans children out of their homes on the street because they're gay. And now these people have to find a way to survive. And now they turn to selling drugs, selling their bodies. And it's just so sad because these are children. These are 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds out here having to find a way to survive. So they have to literally get into sex work as a child because their parents kick them out of their home because they're gay. It's just so fucked up. It really, really is. When I see the people in the comment section saying the stuff that they say, that's why I need to stay out the comment section. Saying the stuff that they say, it really does hurt my feelings because it's like, girl, y'all really be out here hating y'all children because they're gay. Y'all really be kicking y'all children out of the home because they're gay. Y'all really do that. Anyways, so shout out to Saucy Santana um, for using his time on the show to just, get the real stories of these people who are disowned by their families, um, who lose their jobs. One of the girls, it was a trans woman. She lost her job. She started to live in her truth at, I think she's 60 something, and she lost her job. She lost her home, all because she's trans. It's just messed up to me. It really, really is. Um. Anyways, so I'm done talking about what's her face. Oh, he did say something that I thought was very, very interesting. That's one thing I believe in this. He talked about how when he came out on Facebook. Y'all remember that show True Life? It used to come on MTV. Well, he said it was one show, one episode. It was True Life. I'm bisexual, and so he posted it on Facebook. He wasn't actually bisexual, but he felt like that was a way to kind of open up the door to him stepping into or letting people know that he's gay. He said that he believes a lot of people, I think it's a lot of men. I believe, this is what I believe. I believe a lot of men um, say that they're bisexual when they initially come out because I feel like they think it's a less of a sting to their family and friends. So if I say I'm bi, then they'll probably think that this is a phase. I'll still eventually end up with a woman. When the reality is, you're probably just a homosexual. You're just gay. You're just gay. Anyways, um, Jock and Kendra, girl. So basically, a video leaked of Jock, like in a, I think it was a parking garage. He was having like a conversation with a woman, and it seemed very intimate. Um, Kendra, girl, Kendra, girl, we don't care. Kendra, this is the thing. Kendra says that Jock is a celebrity and people know him, so he needs to be aware, or maybe he's wired wrong. Okay, for you not to know what's inappropriate. And I put, or maybe he just doesn't give a fuck. That's the thing. Y'all come up with every excuse in the book of why these niggas act the way they act instead of just saying he don't give a fuck. He's not wired wrong. Okay. Is that he doesn't know what's not and it's not that he doesn't know what's inappropriate or not. He just doesn't give a fuck. Cause he know your ass ain't going nowhere. You married him after he went out and raw dogged another woman and had a baby. You think he give a damn about talking to another bitch in a parking garage or wherever it was at? You think he cares? If even if the conversation was innocent, it could not look innocent. I mean, it could not. Some people could say it's not innocent. You think he cares? You think he cares about how you look, girl? You don't even care how you look. Y'all look like some goddamn fools on this show, but y'all want them to care about how you look. She told Zell. She told Zell, I'm young, I'm rich, I'm successful. Girl, I can't tell. You act like you poor. You act like you got one foot in the grave. Okay? You act like you ain't got no accomplishments. Y'all want to walk around here bragging about being a bad girl or want to brag about your resume, but girl, you still like you would think that would that you I would think that someone who is successful, rich, pretty, nice body, all the things working for her, girl, you would know, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I don't have to deal with nothing like this. But y'all deal with stuff like that. Scrappy, Erica, and Imani. Girl, let me just tell y'all something. Imani is Scrappy's and Erica's daughter. She's so pretty. She looks just like both of them, honestly. Um, Imani has a boyfriend, and Erica said, you know, her head is in the clouds. And all I could think about was Scrappy coming down to the internet and telling the people that if you leave your husbands, you're a weak bitch. That's what he said. That's what he said. And I'm looking at his daughter who's dating a boy. And what if your daughter gets married? Because we know how people are when they're young. Hell, we know how the people are when they're old. And they have, you know, girl, they got that puppy love, right? That's the advice that you're putting out for your daughter to see. Because your daughter has already let us know that she sees you and her mother on social media. And that's something she has to deal with on top of her dealing with her issues on social media. So your daughter clearly is on social media, right? We know she is because we remember when she kind of like her and Bambi, not her and Bambi, but when she said, you know, that lady. And your father is online saying that you're a weak bitch if you leave your husband. And your daughter is at that age where she's dating and could possibly get married. It's like, girl, I think it's important for folks to have their parents in their lives. But if you're the type of parent, is that how you parent? At that point, girl, we really don't care. We really don't need we don't really need a man or a woman in someone's life, child or not, if that's the type of advice you're going to give them because you're putting them on the internet. I want to know what Scrappy's daughter thought about when she saw her father on the internet saying that you're a weak bitch if you leave your husband. Um, I was with Erica though. Her grades are slipping. Erica said she was going to take her car until her grades came back up. Imani starts to cry. Girl, we don't care about those tears. That's why I want to get a job so I can pay my own car note. No, it's more than likely your grades are dropping because you're occupied with that boy. Okay? Let's call a thing a thing. You are now slipping up on your homework, not doing your work. Your grades are slipping. Yes, I'm with Erica. I'm taking your car. And no, you don't need to get a job because if your grades are already slipping without you having a job, then what do you think is going to happen when you get a job? They're going to, girl, it's, okay, Titanic. I don't know if Imani lives at home. I know Scrappy said that she was living with him, but I don't know if this I don't know if she go I don't even know where she goes to school at. So I don't know if she was at home for the summer, if she was at home for the Christmas break, and then she goes back to college. You know what I'm saying? And she lives on campus. I know some universities don't even allow, and I don't know if she's a freshman, sophomore, whatever, but I know some universities won't even allow some freshmen to have vehicles. Not your first year. If you live in the dormitory, that's what I meant to say. If you live on campus, they won't allow some universities would. I know back in the day it used to be like this. They wouldn't allow some freshmen who lived on campus to have vehicles. You couldn't have a car. um, but yeah, I was with Erica. Um, you gonna have to do something because the grade slipping. You in love, and then your daddy online saying, "Girl, if you leave your husband, you a weak bitch." And I just hate that. I just think that's disgusting. I just think it's disgusting because, like I said, girl, your daughter sees what you post online. Your daughter sees this. So what do you think your daughter is gonna? What do you think your daughter is thinking? Because my daddy just got online and said that you're a weak bitch if you leave your husband, and she's at that age where she's dating. Anyways, so Zale Zale has a reveal my baby mama party. Girl, I be sweating, I be sweating. But Zale was sweating boots. Zale, if it was Zale had on knee high boots. Girl, Zale had on knee high UGG boots. Girl, it was some boots that came up to his knees. They looked like UGG boots. Some shorts and a long sleeve shirt, and he just had sweat running down the side of his face. Zell, baby, if you take off those winter clothes, throw you on a little t-shirt and some tennis shoes or some sandals, girl, you probably won't be as hot. But girl, you got some whole, girl, you got a whole thick UGG boot on up to your knees, girl, with a long sleeve shirt on, and you just got sweat running down the side of your face. Girl. Anyways, um, Jessica told Kendra to divorce Scrappy. I mean, not divorce Scrappy, divorce Jock. Of course, they're like, no, don't say that. She married him. And then Jessica said she could change this shit up too. Girl. Now, I'm hoping Jessica learned her lesson after Nick Cannon had her out here looking like a goddamn fool. Jessica, don't think I forgot. I remember. I remember Nick having you out here looking like a fool, and you getting your ass on TV talking about how I just want a man to lead me. Girl, you sound stupid. She sounded stupid. Can you imagine a supermodel who's probably traveled around the world, girl, at her big ass age of 40, talking about she just want a man to lead her? Girl, how you been getting around this whole time? Who been leading you up to? Who been leading you this whole time? Girl. But Jessica, they still don't take away from the fact that Jessica is right though. Jessica, right? Girl, divorce that man. Y'all be okay with these men publicly humiliating y'all? That's what she said. She said he keeps humiliating her. Even Kendra stated how he humiliates her. Girl, at some point, I can't even say that Jock keeps humiliating you. You allowed Jock to humiliate you because guess what? If you wasn't with Jock, you wouldn't have to worry about being humiliated. You stay with Jock, he's going to keep humiliating you. And what do you think happens? Again, let's go back to the baby. What do you think happens when somebody has a baby and you still stick around, even though they say they were on a break? Girl, at that point, if I can go out and have a baby on you and you still marry me, girl, fuck you. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And you ain't going nowhere, and you know it. Anyways, chaotic. He passed out in the bathroom. We don't know what happened. I don't know if he was in there doing a bump. I don't know what was going on. I don't know. I wasn't out. I don't know what chaotic was doing in that bathroom for him just to pass out. But he passed out nonetheless. I'm not gonna lie. I did kind of giggle when girl, it was the ambulance was behind Zell, and Zell had his phone acting like he was reporting the news. Like, down here to my baby mama's reveal, someone has passed out, and you had baby with her cell phone recording it. That was kind of funny. Um, Bambi crashed into um, uh, the gated community that I guess oh God, I can't even talk, girl. I'm so tired. The gated community that one of the homes that I think Carly does, like, is she in real estate or something like that? Anyways, Bambi ran into the gate. The gate that lets down, and Carly had to pay to get it fixed. They caught it on camera. Now, I don't know how the hell Bambi ran into that gate. Girl, y'all be in that girl. She ran into the gate nonetheless. Um, she didn't get it fixed, and then out the blue, she was like, you trying to get with my ex Kai." So is Kai the same one who came down to her restaurant at the beginning of the season, and she was saying he was a stalker and he was crazy? See, this is where y'all start to lose me. This is where y'all start to lose me, because you have told us, Carly, that that's the same man. That man is psychotic. He's crazy. He's nuts, girl. He's a mess. But now all of a sudden, if he told you or if you heard, now you're going to take his word as a gospel when it gets back to you that supposedly he, Bambi wants to try to get with him. Like, girl, what? You was just telling us that man was crazy the other day. Then she switched up and was like, she's trying to do business with him. Shekinah Joe said, he's even trying to do business with me. But that don't mean that I'm trying to sleep with him. I don't know what type of business they got going on. They say he's a businessman. You know, when y'all start talking about that businessman shit, y'all start confusing me. Girl, you're gonna let me know what you do. Do you flip homes, girl? You know what I'm saying? Do you flip homes? Do you invest in companies? And where do you get this money from to invest? Girl, I'm gonna have another question after another question. So they say he's a businessman. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't. Okay. Um, but Bambi's doing business with him. But I think Carly had mentioned that at the beginning of the season. So it's just strange to me how now Carly is using this information that it is sound like she cared about to now throw it in Bambi's face. Now I do think Bambi is tired, trifling, and through for not getting that gate fixed. Bambi, you ran into that gate. You ran into that gate. And if Carly had to be responsible for paying it, if they got in contact with Carly and said, Carly, you're going to have to pay for this gate, you should have said, oh, girl, I'll just pay for it. Girl, when Jessica said, baby, let me tell you something. Your baby mama reveal is going down in history. That's what Jessica told Zell. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Girl, when Shekinah was sitting there, girl, when Shekinah was sitting there at that table eating them meatballs, it ain't no baby shower if ain't no meatballs involved. Hello? Girl, ain't that like a good old meatball? Ooh, the little meatballs they be having at the baby showers. Oh God. There's some barbecue sauce on top. Oh God. Oh, girl, I feel like you in heaven. Anyways, that's it, y'all. I am so drained. Oh, today drained me. Girl, it did. Girl, them Benadryls got me, girl, on a whole nother situation. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.